Okay, guys, we're back and we're here, and we're not going to go 20 minutes again this time. So, but I will say this: if you did not listen to the last one and you're trying to jump in on this,
Well,
you will not understand it as much. For those of you who are wrestling people, I was trying my LA Knight impression.
oh yeah, I had no idea. No clue what you were doing.
Okay, I got one, maybe a handful of people. Anyway. So anyway, we're picking up for the second of the three things for I guess. Wow, I'm still stuck on that. Nah. What did he say? Doesn't matter. For those of you who can't see, which is all of you, Emily's shaking her head.
This is now a long video.
It's not even to the minute yet. And by the way, I'm just the host for this one, so if it's long, that's on you, baby girl.
Stop saying that. We gotta stop this.
No, we don't. This is the best part of these.
Oh my God.
This brings joy to people's lives. So anyway, the second part, last time we talked about communion. Today we're going to lean into the second one, which is community, which is simply a rhythm that encourages us to share life together in the midst of a fiercely individualistic world. So now I'm going to turn it over to you and lean into the details of or some examples of what that could look like to help us as we continue to craft our scattered rule and rhythms or rule of lives. So yeah, what do you got for us?
Well, first of all, let me ask this. When we say a share life together in the midst of a fiercely individualistic world, are we talking about people in general or those that are within the church, Christ followers, your specific church family? Who are we talking about here?
I would say the church family. It doesn't have to be Direction Church as the example, but specifically for community and the practice of that. I do think there is. So these rhythms are meant to lead us into deeper kingdom living. Out of that, we also develop community with those who are not part of the kingdom, and I would add yet.
Yeah.
With the hope. But these are specifically to help us embody and live out the new life of being citizens of the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Jesus. And so I think the outside world has infiltrated the church in terms of us being driven to this individualistic living.
Yeah.
And so the only way to reverse that is to embrace Jesus's vision for his church of being a family and being intricately connected. And so it starts there and then moves out, which I think actually can lead into the next part 3. The third part. So this one right now, the last time we did this, we looked at communion, which is abiding with God. Community is abiding with our church family or our kingdom family, those within the family of God. And then the next one, which will be co-mission, which is participating. And we'll talk about that next time.
So I think one of the first things I thought, specifically one really cool thing about DC in the life that we where we are right now in gathering in homes is we see each other and have good conversation more than in the past, I would say, even with the same people where there's a context of a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
So in the home, we're kind of brought to a place where we will look at each other in the eyes face to face. And that alone, so I'm saying my first thought was if you are not regularly gathering with a church family, I would encourage that to be the thing that you put on there or up there in priority. And if you do regularly go places to meet with a church body but are not talking to anybody, I would then put that one down as true. Be in communion with them and not just near them. So outside of that context, I'm going to speak a lot closer to DC and where we are and practices you can have throughout the next 3 months. Something like meeting once a month with somebody to talk about for accountability, to talk about what God is doing and just share encouragement with one another, to pray with one another. So not just to meet and be, which is really, really good. And if that's where you need to start, because you aren't even you're not doing that outside of the weekly gathering where the whole church comes together, just go and be together. But I would encourage there to be some intentionality about what God is doing.
Yeah.
And I think as you become more intentional about it, then you don't need to become more intentional about it. It just becomes
it's a habit,
a rhythm, which is the hope.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking to lean into just real quick, and I do mean that, is the reason we picked May as the month to have these conversations, which again, I said on Sunday, I did a poor job bringing it up in the past few weeks. So here we are the last week of May talking about this a little bit more intentionally. So that's on me. I'm admitting that. I'm confessing that. Please forgive me for that. But we thought, summer is, I mean, not for everybody, but for families especially, but just for like families travel. People travel a lot during the summer because it's also nicer. So let's use that as the kickoff for, as we approach summer, the kickoff for practicing these new, the hopes for the year, or the new practices that we're going to adopt in communion, community, and commission. So like there's a little bit of that. So I'm thinking, as you were thinking, like the example you gave was get together for accountability and encouragement. Like this can also easily extend to your kids. Yeah. If you have them, like, like I'm going to get together with, or like my son's going to get together with Joe's son. I'm just picking
Joe.
Yeah, Joe, not Joe.
Yes, but
Joe's
getting
son.
the kids together. Or I was thinking, like, if you invite someone over to like another family or a person over to your house for dinner, including their kids.
Yeah.
Or if someone's saying, like, here's that we're not doing this alone. Someone's saying, I really want to get this meal with somebody, just me and them.
Yeah.
And you know about it. I know this is very situational, but offer to watch their kids so that they can do that.
Yeah.
Like this is a partnership in like how family works and figuring out how can we do things together that help us become closer and understand each other more. And I think a lot of it, I mean, I could try to give more examples, but a lot of it depends on your context. So we're getting very specific here of interest. And maybe if someone is laid on your heart within your church family to reach out to get together, to ask them questions, I would
do it.
Do it. Yeah, just do it. And you may get denied for a time or for a while or whatever, but like just do it. And that takes intentionality of schedule, because like we said in the previous podcast, schedule can just kind of run us and
ragged.
Dictate how our lives look. And we can forget to implement things like this that are core to who we are as kingdom people.
Yep.
So that's community. Community.
Community. Developing the immunity of the co.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll be back with the last one here. And so again, like we said last time, if you have questions or more, want to talk about it more, feel free to reach out and we can do that. So until next time, we did not get the music set. It's okay. You're good. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.